the fact of the matter is that, and this is a defense without Asante Samuel even being in the lineup yet.
Welcome back to the Triple Threat Podcast presented by Betalytics Sports Betting. It is Instant Reaction Monday, week 11.
What a week.
Two of us had good weeks.
What a week.
All three of us almost had good weeks. But it was good
You
that
can't
your
be
team
mad.
played
You can't
well.
be mad at an overtime loss to the Dolphins.
I can be.
It could be worse.
I very much so can be.
It could have been a down. It could have been 44 to
You
3.
can't stop me from being
It could have
mad.
been 44 to 3
I thought it was
in Madrid. That would have sucked even more.
I thought it was going to be more like that, but
Well,
I
it
think
helps
it's
that they
encouraging.
decided to throw the ball more, and then they, for some reason, they didn't realize that they don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Because if they just ran the ball the whole time, they would have
I'm
won
happy
by a
that
lot
my
more.
team won, but my quarterback is now out for who knows how long. So
Did they confirm on what it was?
all
wrist
they've
injury?
said as of right now is it's a wrist injury. We don't know. I don't know
Oh, the severity of it?
No, they have nothing on the severity.
Okay. Because I saw it was
Yeah,
one
it
said
said
hand
it said
injury,
it will
one
be
said wrist.
evaluated further on Monday. So they're
Yeah.
gonna check on it tomorrow.
Because one of them said wrist and one said hand. So I was
Yeah.
I guess that's technically
It is a
the
wrist
same
injury,
thing.
but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
I mean, it's different parts when they say hand. It's normally the
Who knows?
palm or
the fingers,
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. But anyway, how's everybody's Sunday? How was church?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. We packed these at the end. They do this every year. They pack these I think he said they were called care package.
Care packages? Yeah.
It was for prisoners.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And they
that's
put
sick.
in a calendar, a journal, and then something else. And then a little thing, and it says you are seen and you are loved.
Yeah.
And then you can you write your first name who for each person that put one together.
Mhm.
And it was during the service, and then they just send them to prisons.
That's fire. That's actually really cool.
And it's pretty cool because
Yeah.
they'll prisoners will write. I guess they'll write letters back because they read some of them and were
Mhm.
how grateful and one of them hangs it up in front of their he's on the bottom bunk and he literally hangs it up so when he wakes up it's the first thing he sees. And it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
They do that
Yes.
every year, so
My church was talking about the Holy Spirit today, so that was a good service and a good reminder of who the Holy Spirit is as a whole. So and it was from a guy from Albania who was teaching this week. That was pretty cool.
What's up?
where's Albania?
It's near Greece, close to
Albania
Italy.
is more towards. I would say it's
Close to Italy.
it's
It's in that region.
So
Yeah, it's
so
in that
Italy's
region.
here,
It's in
Greece
the
is here.
Balkans, as they
Yeah,
call it.
that's what I was gonna say. It's across the sea from them.
the Balkans.
The Balkans, yeah.
It's
The
near
Balkan
Lithuania,
Sea.
all that area.
Yeah. Very
That's
cool
pretty
country.
cool though.
And it was talking about how they were all there was a part in their constitution where they said we are an atheist country, and now that country is more Christian than ever before, so it's very cool. But anyway,
pretty cool.
getting very far away from football. Anyway,
Yeah.
very exciting week. Very excited to talk about these games that are past. And yeah, so let's get into our 3-minute drill. Baby.
All right. Now it's time for the 3-minute drill. We go through every single game from week 11, and we give our instant reaction, one word or sentence. Jesse's got the games. I got the timer. You guys
30.
ready?
I'm
Yes.
ready. 3.
Oh boy. Hold on.
Oop, he's not ready. Gosh dang it, Jake.
Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Jets,
Go.
Patriots. Drake May might be in top 10 conversation. for
Tavion
these.
Henderson is him.
See what happens when you give Henderson the ball?
That's good.
Great things happen. Commanders, Dolphins.
Closer than I expected.
It-
Not gonna
Almost
lie.
squeaked out a win in Madrid.
Almost interesting.
Yeah. Bengals, Steelers. My defense came in clutch again.
Yeah, I was gonna say just timely
Let's
turnovers.
go, man.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Good defense.
Bengals being Bengals.
Bengals being Bengals.
No
Panthers,
def-
Falcons.
I'm never picking the Falcons again.
Michael
Why,
Penix
why,
is not
why is
him.
it the Panthers? Why
Dude.
is it the Panthers? It's the
What were you
Panthers.
saying?
I'm saying Michael Penix is just
And he got hurt.
yeah.
Fraudulent.
Now Kirk Thuggins is playing.
Kirk Thuggins was in the game. Bucks Bills. Surprisingly good game.
Josh
Surprise-
Allen.
He's him. That is Superman talent right there.
I was surprised that I wouldn't say surprised, but I was kind of surprised the Bucks could score that many points, just because like they've been struggling on offense. So
It was this Tucker game, so
yeah, it was
take that as you will. Bears Vikings.
Bears Vikings.
Uh,
I don't know.
the Vikings are
The Bears are figuring out how to win.
I really think the JJ McCarthy experience
JJ
might
McCarthy
be done.
is
The JJ
everything
McCarthy experience might be done.
I've said about him in the past has been slowly being proved right.
It's not
He's a
wrong.
handoff merchant, and unless
He's
he
not
does that, it's not going to be working out for them. And makes me annoyed as someone who owns Justin Jefferson in a dynasty league, because that means he's not going to get anything.
Yeah, I saw his stat. He has like 1 touchdown in his last 9 games.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Yeah.
Texans Titans. I got not much to say about this game. Texas won. Mills did it again. I don't know. It's
The Titans
good
look
game.
Good game by the Titans.
better than they have in a
Kept
while.
it to 3-point game.
So they
Get
lost their
mad.
wide receiver 1 for the season.
Oh yeah, Ridley.
Next game.
Packers Giants.
Packers Giant Jameis. I see.
JMO.
Jameis Winston
Uh,
has magic. I don't know.
I mean,
He
to be
keeps it
fair,
close.
like two
Very
players,
interesting.
their players went out,
But Jordan Love
and
did go out,
only
so-
one of them came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacobs was out.
Seahawks Rams. Seahawks almost pulled up the upset. Almost did.
I mean, what?
To be
a
fair, I
field
don't think it
goal-
was
was a
that big.
field
It
goal
wasn't
away.
that big of an upset. What was? Do you remember what the
I can look.
We
stand?
have 20 seconds.
Yeah, never mind.
Uh,
We'll look it up after.
Yeah, I already had it, but it's fine. 49ers Cardinals.
Smackdown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
horribly. Ravens
Me too.
Browns. You were
AFC
very,
North
very
game, we
close.
pulled out the win.
Very close. You almost lost that one, by the
We
way.
almost lost
won.
to the Browns.
We won.
Chiefs Broncos.
What a game.
Then
What a fourth quarter comeback. Goodness gracious.
We had like 1 second.
Let's go. I'll take it. We still made it through.
We kind of panicked at the end, but
I mean, it was
We got through it.
we had to.
We got through it. We got through
what
it.
was the spread?
3.5.
Okay, so like
The Chiefs.
a 2-point game.
Seahawks Raiders. Or Seahawks Rams, sorry.
So 2-point game is not
Yeah.
So
ridiculous.
Yeah.
the Seahawks covered.
Now mind you, we did not talk about the Lions Eagles game. That's gonna happen later tonight. We're very excited to watch that game, and then
Let's go
also
Lions.
Yeah,
The
that's going to be a great game.
Cowboys Raiders on Monday.
That's up.
But also
ESPN is
new stuff. Now we can watch the games now on YouTube TV because
Did they
they
get an
figured out the
agreement?
dang deal.
Yeah, the
they
deal's been
figured out the deal,
restructured.
so now we can watch those games on
When did that come
YouTube
out?
TV,
Like
and I'm
2
so
days ago?
happy. I'm so happy.
Was it Friday?
2 days ago.
So Friday.
Okay. Well, whatever. I was hiking, so I did not.
He was in the
have
middle. He was under a rock.
reception, so I
Literally.
did not see that.
Yeah.
and I
All
wasn't
right.
on my phone much.
Who wants to go first? Whose team should we talk about first?
Let's talk about Jake's.
Okay.
They just finished. Okay.
Let's go ahead. Let's start
They're
with the
the one-
Ravens.
they're the
We
most
can do
recent
it.
one to
All
happen.
right.
We can do that.
Biggest takeaways from this game.
Yeah, you guys go. You guys can go first.
Shador Sanders got in the game. We got to see Shador Sanders
I
on the
think-
NFL field, and it was underwhelming.
I don't wish injury on anyone, but-
Underwhelming to say, but there were some flashes of stuff he could do in the future.
He played against the Ravens. His first
Play
game.
against the Ravens, and it's the Browns, so take what you can get.
Jeez.
But I will say, Judkins.
He was 4 for
I'll say this right now: Judkins, Fannin, Judy are the future like weapons on this team. I think those three really can be an X factor for the quarterbacks, whoever it is, whether it is Dylan Gabriel or Shador Sanders. I think those three have proven that they can be that. And I think
Lamar did not have a good game.
One didn't have a good game. I think those three in particular.
Who?
I said something
Lamar?
else. I said Lamar.
Yeah. I was gonna get to that in a second.
That's
Yeah, I'll say when I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, what was another thing I was gonna say? Yeah, I think the defense did come to play though. I mean, Myles Garrett had 4 sacks in this game.
You did.
He was terrorizing Lamar Jackson on every play.
Real quick.
And
Just based on the Myles Garrett thing.
Okay.
No, I just want to throw
No,
this in
go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of this, or at least like probably 2 of the sacks were based on Lamar trying to extend the play and him coming from like the backside. So whether you want to say that's like he shouldn't be holding on the ball that long, or he's
That
just trying to
wasn't-
create.
I didn't even mention that.
I mean-
Holding the ball too long.
I'm trying to figure
Personally,
out
I
what-
think he's just trying to make a play.
True,
and
and that's
you
what
got to
Lamar-
give him the benefit
That's
of the
what
doubt.
Lamar does. Lamar just
I mean,
he's very
it's
good at
true.
doing that.
But it still ended in a sack. So it's like
No, yeah. I mean,
it's like
And also, fun fact: Mark Andrews had his first career rushing touchdown of.
he also
It was insane.
what did he do?
He broke the receiving
broke the
record.
receiving yards record.
Yeah,
for the
franchise
Ravens.
receiving record, right?
it was receptions. I thought.
No, it's
No,
receiving yards.
So yards. I thought
Receiving
it was
yards, yeah.
He's like, I think he's like second all time now in receptions too, and he's the leader in touchdowns.
Which I mean, he is somebody I would have in the conversation of being. I don't know Hall of Fame. I don't know. I think he'd be out by like a little bit.
You're gonna retire.
It'd be
his
close.
I
It'd be
think
close.
he'll retire
I
his
think,
number.
I think franchise Hall of Fame absolutely, but I
He'll
think
be in the ring.
NFL Hall of Fame. I
But-
don't know.
Nah. It's a lot hard. It's really hard for tight ends to make the Hall
Very
of Fame.
true. Very
Ring
true.
of Honor, absolutely. He just has to. He has to be more in like obviously
Mark
the
Andrews have a
all-time
ring?
list. No,
Dang it.
Yeah, the Ravens haven't
Yeah.
won one. So
That's unfortunate. When did he get drafted?
20.
same year as Lamar,
Yeah.
2018. They were in the same draft.
Why do I
class.
feel like he's been in the league for he's been in the league for a long
He just looks
time.
old.
Good.
I mean, he's been in the league for 8 years.
Yeah, I thought he was there since 14 or 15.
But that still wouldn't have been a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I'm
No, they were.
just
bad
trying to put it in my
15.
head.
2015, they were like 5-11.
Yeah. So, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it was just, yep. It was an AFC North matchup, which we both know when it comes to those, they always end up being closer than they should be, especially against teams that we think we should handsomely beat. But now they won this game. They're keeping themselves in the hunt. Obviously,
keep pace.
we won our game, so now we have a little bit of a buffer, but it's not by much. So it's going to be a race to get that AFC North crown at the end of the year. So it's going to be exciting to watch, especially with us having our 2 games in December. Now it's more of a factor now than ever, and those are going to be a lot of fun games to
I mean,
watch.
it's gonna most likely come down.
Yeah.
To like,
Because now definitely that Week 18 game, Lamar's
Split.
probably going to start. Definitely going to have to start. Depending
he's
on how
gonna play every
Depending on
game.
how it looks, he's definitely going to have to play, and that's going to be unfortunate.
because I think it's gonna be harder to make a wild card
True.
than win the.
Especially in the
it's gonna be
AFC.
harder to make a
So
wild
So are you
card than
saying
win
it's
the
possible
division.
that if either one of you, whoever wins, could either go to the playoffs or not be in it?
Yeah.
Dang.
I think whoever wins the division will have a. I think it's more likely they miss than they make the playoffs.
Because the AFC is just so loaded this year.
And it's just like it's so close. Like the wild card teams are like, I think like the 8 and 9 teams are like a game out from like the 7 seed.
Well, the Patriots and Bills.
Let's see.
are
According
pretty high
to
Yeah, they would take 2. Right now, they would take 2 spots.
The
So-
Colts and the
The
Yeah, I'll tell you
Colts
right
would
now, I have it
be.
right here if you want to see or if you want to hear it.
yeah.
Okay, so if the season ended today, Patriots would be in first place in the AFC. Colts would be second. Broncos would be third. Steelers would be fourth. Bills would be fifth. Chargers would be sixth. Jags would be seventh. And then the
Oh, yeah.
bubble would be the Chiefs, Texans, Ravens, Dolphins, and then all the other teams are not making it.
Yeah.
Nobody is eliminated as of right now. I think you could say the Titans are eliminated now at this point because they're 1-9. There's no way they could catch up. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that they haven't eliminated people.
no, they it's like
It's like mathematical
yeah,
stuff.
like mathematically they still have a chance, but like
Because like even if you have a 1% chance, they're still gonna like not
Yeah.
eliminate you yet.
So if they lose 2 more games, it is like 1 or 2 more games.
Which team?
The Titans.
I'd say maybe their next game. And their next game they're playing the
I
Texans.
think if they lose
so-
the next game, they'll
They
be
just
out.
played the Tech.
Texans.
No, sorry. I don't know who they play next game. This thing's
I don't
still
know.
on this week. Sorry, my bad.
But what are your thoughts, Michael?
I was looking at like the stats. Lamar, like I said, it wasn't the best game for Lamar, throwing 2 interceptions. Never helps. So,
That's gonna make it more difficult for sure.
yeah, think your defense shows up when you need to against the Browns, which was very much so helpful. I'm gonna still say that the Browns are like. I think if we see more from Shador, which we can, that we could be two or a few weapons away from them being actually a contender in your division, because that defense is still scary.
It's very scary.
It's very good defense. Yeah, absolutely.
Which looking at their potential,
if you
would make more sense why Myles Garrett stayed.
If you combine the Browns defense with the Bengals offense, you know how scary of a team that would be.
That'd be the best team, one of the best teams of all time.
Freaking team.
Yeah.
And a healthy Joe Burrow on that offense.
That would be.
Oh yeah. I don't even want to think about that.
Heck, if you just put Jamar Chase in Cleveland.
No,
that would be a lot of. That would be pretty nasty still.
It would be, but I don't.
But imagine it would be him and Courtland Sutton.
It'd be very funny.
Which him as a 2 is a lot better than a 1.
No, absolutely. All right. Are we good? Did you? Sorry, you didn't.
No, it's Jerry Judy. My bad.
Did you want to talk?
I'll say something quick, but So yeah, like Michael said, Lamar did not
objectively didn't have a
play really well at all. He had 2 picks. I will say the 2 picks were not necessarily his fault, because one went through Keaton Mitchell's hands and went up in the air, and the other one was another deflected pass at the line. So it still counts as interceptions, but take that with what you want. The rushing yards wise, they played pretty well. Derek had 103 yards and a touchdown. Andrews had 35 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, running game wise, Keaton Mitchell gives us the spark that they need, like the 1-2 punch with Derrick Henry. Like, he's the power, and it's kind of like the Lions. Mm-hmm. Like, Keaton Mitchell's the speed, and Derrick Henry's the like ground and pound type running back. I would have liked to see Zay a little more involved, but
you just gotta take from your team.
It is what it is. As long as we get the win.
He had 78 yards on the receiving, so it wasn't like it was.
No, but like a big chunk of that was on like one reception.
I agree.
But yeah, offensively, I mean, it's really I know a lot of Ravens fans, they don't like the guards at all. I agree, they're not the best at all.
I mean,
they struggle a lot at times, really horrible, especially with running between the tackles, and when it comes to like the red zone offense, we have been struggling the last couple games trying to punch it in the end zone instead of settling for field goals. But I believe that they'll iron that out to where they get back to what they were, at least similar to what they were last year in the red zone, mm-hmm. which was like one of, if not the best, I think one of the best teams in converting in the red zone into touchdowns. But the defense, I think they played well. Like,
all things considered.
They allowed field goals. That's it.
Yeah, like they didn't allow them to score touchdowns, really.
Well, the only touchdown wasn't that from.
Oh, it was the pick six.
Yeah, it was
they only gave they literally did not give up a offensive touchdown. Like, Dylan Gabriel was 7 for 10 before he got hurt, and then Shador Sanders was 4 for 16 with a pick.
Yeah.
And
4 for 16 is a disgusting.
A lot. The pressure is getting. I think it's getting better. I think they need to. There was a couple missed tackles here and there.
I think you're just gonna be
missed sacks
without having Matabuke there in the D tackle spot. It's just very difficult to get any production.
That was
Matabuke was really just the biggest factor for that.
It's a huge blow, but I think the Draymond Jones trade.
No, he's doing great.
That's what they needed, and I think he's going to be the answer on defense when it comes to like pressure, mm-hmm. and Alohi Gilman, because like Kyle Hamilton gets to do whatever he wants and rush the passer and all that.
Yeah.
But a win's a win. They got it done. Can they play play better and improve? Absolutely. There's definitely a good amount of stuff they need to clean up, but
You'll take what you
overall,
can
I'm
get.
happy.
Yeah.
Especially because the defense is playing well. They gave up under 20 points for the fourth straight game.
Which is all you can ask.
So
Yeah.
that's all I'll take this I'll take this game if that means the defense gives up less than 20 points, because I know even if the offense doesn't play well, they can score more than 20.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right.
those are my thoughts.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Steelers and Bengals.
biggest takeaways. A-Rod's hand injury is probably the biggest thing from this game. I think seeing him like wince like that in the second quarter, and then like just see Mason Rudolph start throwing passes, I'm like, we could lose this game. Like my mind was just like, I should already have my mind ready to be like, Cincinnati's defense is just gonna cook us. And then I just saw Mason Rudolph have a really good second half. I think our offense looked. I think objectively the second half our offense looked way better than what it was in the first half. Not to say that we should have had Mason Rudolph in from the jump. I just think there was something different about Rudolph being in that lead role that made a difference. Now, what does this mean for the Steelers? It means you don't have to worry too much about rushing A-Rod's injury. We could let him have a week. If we have to start Mason Rudolph, it is what it is. Especially against the Bears, I think this would be the 1 week. Like if we don't have A-Rod, I think this is a week where we could not have him in, and it wouldn't be a big of a factor. And I mean, this defense, when it matters most, they can get those takeaways that needed. Kyle Duggar had amazing interception
Pick six.
that was made by the pressure of Herbig and TJ Watt that made Joe Flacco have to throw that ball, and then Kyle Duggar was just there, had it, and then just ran it to the end zone. It was beautiful. And then Pierre, who I gotta say, he's like our Beanie Bishop from last year. Like that guy was undrafted, came in on our practice squad, and he came on our team during 2020, so it was during COVID. Mm-hmm. So there was no OTAs, there was no combine, there was no nothing. So we had no idea how good this guy was going to be. And he's really proven himself in this defense, especially with Darius Slay being out and then Jalen Ramsey getting kicked out the game, which that's a whole nother conversation we'll have to get into.
Don't punch, man.
Huh?
Don't punch.
Yeah, don't punch. But the fact of the matter is that, and this is a defense without Asante Samuel even being in the lineup yet. So, like, this makes me excited for what that looks like when he is in the starting lineup and what that would look like for our defense.
Or at least when he gets, like,
or when
playing
he's
time.
like, playing time, what that means for our defense. So
I think he would end up rotating with Slay.
I think that would be the best. I think for Slay and for him, I think it would make more sense.
Just so you wouldn't, like, because Slay's, like, 32 or something.
Yeah.
Just because he's an older corner is what I'm saying.
But, I mean, like I said, Mason Rudolph, 12 for 16, 127, a touchdown. Really efficient when he was out there throwing the football. Had, like, 2 passes that I was like, yeah, maybe he shouldn't have thrown that. But, like, you take what you can get from a quarterback like that. Kenneth Gainwell was probably my like, highlight of the day. Like, he was receiving that ball. It was always one-handed. I was just like, Gainwell, you have 2 hands. I don't know why. It was always just like and then he'd bring it in and then run. I was like, you're making me nervous when you do
Style
that.
points.
But I mean, it works. He gets the ball and he moves it down the field and gets yardage. So we get a win. We keep the Ravens off our tail for at least another week. And now we just focus on the Bears.
What week do you guys play each other? Week 14, 15?
What is it? Week 11?
14, I
I
think it
actually
is.
don't know. No, this is week 11.
Yeah, it is. It's week 14. Because the Ravens play the Jets next week and then the Bengals on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so it'll be week 14.
So
Yeah, I was going to say, because I know
Because we're like
week 18 is one
it's
of
the first week of December.
Yeah, because then
That's a 1 o'clock game too, so that's okay.
Yeah, because then the Ravens play.
You
They
going
play
to that
the
game?
Bengals, Steelers, Bengals.
Are you going to that game?
The Steelers game?
Potentially, yeah, December.
Oh, the
Baltimore.
last game?
No, that one in Baltimore.
Oh, that
'Cause the
first
one-
game is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going?
I'd like to.
I'm already looking at tickets to go to the one in December, the one in week 18.
Actually, I shouldn't. I literally went to 2 Steelers games last year.
You did. you did.
I was about to say I never went to a Steelers game yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say wait.
I went to 2 last year. But yeah, I would love to go to this. I love going to Steelers games.
It's always fun.
Steelers Ravens.
It's so fun.
Rivalry games were a lot of fun, no matter, like, just...
Yeah, the playoff game last year was great.
Want to talk more about that one?
What?
I was trying to see how you'd react because I was like the playoff game last year was great.
Oh yeah, I know.
I love the second.
Just the sea
But
of
honestly-
Steelers behind Derrick Henry.
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
No, that was last year.
It was last
Oh,
year.
that's-
It was last year.
Because they beat them the last week, and then they played them the wild card. So they played them back to back.
It was disgusting.
Championship games were fun though.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
early 2010s, late 2000s.
Anyway, yeah.
Those
Those were times.
That was probably like the peak.
That was like a peak of our rivalry. Cause
Like
that was,
08 or
disgusting,
like yeah, like 08 to like 20.
Not to say that now
12.
our rivalry isn't fun, but like back then it was like
I mean, you had
Different.
Roethlisberger, you had Heinz Ward, AB, Bell,
you had Joe Flacco.
Joe
you
Flacco's still
had-
playing. What are you talking about?
You had
Just played him
Flacco.
today.
Suggs, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
Yeah, no, it was disgusting.
Bart Scott,
Yeah,
Haloti Nada. Sorry, I'll
there's so
stop.
many more.
Let's just keep naming defensive
Yeah,
players.
honestly, keep going.
Our defense was so
I don't
good.
want-
But
talking
then
about my
from
team.
I just want to say one thing about the Bengals.
Todd Heap.
I just think at this point, I don't want to say the Bengals. I could say the Bengals are out of it. It's very, very ugly now at this point.
They have no-
I mean,
they have
mind
no
you,
shot.
Joe Burrow will be back. I don't know. They said I think
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day. So your game, he'll be back, which will be now that makes that game very interesting. How that's gonna play out.
The only thing is they would have to win out.
Yeah, it's New England. It's New England, then Baltimore, then Buffalo, then Baltimore. That's
Like-
a tough 4-game
Like
stretch.
they could maybe lose one game, maybe.
Maybe. That
It'd
might-
be 9-8, but
Yeah.
I don't think 9-8 gets you in.
No.
I think you
Not
have to
this
win
year.
10 games.
Not this year. But you can't really put it on Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had a semi-good game. He just had a lot of mishaps that happened at the stretch. So,
Like yardage wise, he didn't play. I mean, he didn't play great.
Yeah.
But like,
but it was just that pick six by Kyle Duggar kind of just changed the game.
yeah, it was the
just ended
two
season.
turnovers that were
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
That,
it was all close up until that point.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you take away those two touchdowns on defense, it's an 8-point game.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you can't. But
Hey, we won. We're moving on to next week. It's on to the Bears.
The Bears.
All right, let's talk about the commies. Let's do it. All right.
Did you guys watch it?
I was
watched-
at church when it was.
I
on.
watched bits and pieces of it. I woke up at like 8:30, so I got to like see like the first quarter, and then I went to church, and I didn't watch after that. So I kind of
When
stopped.
come on? Was it 8:30?
9:30.
9:30.
9:30.
Yeah, I was just up early for some reason.
I
don't know why
watched-
it hurts.
I set my alarm for 9:20, so I just had it.
I was checking the score on like ESPN, but like I didn't really watch it on TV.
Yeah,
We need
but-
to do something about our kicker, but like
Who's your kicker?
Matt Gay. Well, number one, our decision making on the goal line, going for it multiple times when one field goal would have done enough.
Did you do that twice? Then you didn't get any points. Or
We
just
did. We did it
once?
once. The Dolphins did it twice.
So you guys
We
went
stopped
for
it.
it on the goal line once and didn't get anything.
Yeah.
And then the Dolphins did it twice and didn't get anything.
Jeez,
Yeah.
bro. Devon A. Chain had a game. Goodness gracious.
Until they got the. He didn't get a touchdown now. We kept him out of the end zone at least.
120 yards at 120 yards.
You also had 45
I was gonna say
receiving
he had like
yards.
167
Mm.
all-purpose yards.
Yeah, 165.
He had a great
I'm
game.
not saying Devon A. Chain's going to be up there with the running backs, but like you got to respect what he's doing with the
I
Dolphins
mean,
right now.
you can't.
He's
the dude's
playing great
electric.
football.
He's just on the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's just on the Dolphins.
So like,
I'm
You
not-
can say that about a lot of people on really
Yeah.
bad teams. So
That's-
Myles Garrett.
it's da-da-da-da.
that is true.
So
But,
It's
Yeah,
just
just-
unfortunate for him.
Debo
Yeah.
Samuel had a great game.
yeah, 74 yards on a touchdown.
He did. He had
He's cooking.
7 catches.
Yeah,
How many targets did he have? 8. So
8.
7 for 8.
Yeah.
When you target him.
can't be mad about that.
And the one target
pretty
he
good.
the one target he got then dropped. I think
Now, what is going on with your running back situation? Because Chris Rodriguez got more of the carries than Jacory Krosky-Marriott.
I think it was just a hot hand thing.
he was doing. I was gonna say, I was gonna agree with that because
Okay.
I was watching the game. Is like they were going back and forth, and then they first started with Rodriguez like they normally do, and then he just kept on just doing amazing. He had a great game, and then
No, he did. I'm not saying that to say he had
when
a
he
bad
started
game at all.
struggling
No,
a little bit,
no,
they started
no.
putting Bill in more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just trying to come up
Bill's
with
a rookie. so they're not going to like.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
a
no,
seventh
absolutely.
round rookie,
Yeah.
so that's even.
like you're not going to
It's
give
even
him.
more of a
Yeah.
deep throw. So
Yeah, I think they were just doing that to like try and get like a spark.
hey, but
In the run game?
Von Miller had a sack.
Did he?
Come on, he had a sack.
Yeah,
We'll take what we
that was
can
a
get from that.
Big sack from him.
But yeah,
It was on
Good for him.
third down
Good for
too. What's it called? Dude, I got scared for a minute when we had Josh Johnson in.
I did see that. Yeah,
Did Mariota get hurt?
Yeah, he was out for
a couple of plays.
a possession.
No, okay.
Yeah,
We went three and out on that
even though
one.
they didn't put it on the box score, did he? Or did he just give the ball to the running back?
I think he handed it off each time.
Yeah, he probably just handed it off.
I was going
That
to say
makes
this. Like, I don't
sense.
think he threw a pass,
Yeah, that makes sense.
which is why I was
I mean, I
play
wouldn't.
concerned.
No, I wouldn't either. Do you think at this point are you just now just are you messing up other teams' chances to make the playoffs at this point, or do you still think you have?
Wait, the real question is, do you want them to win again?
Or do
But
you
this
just
was
want to
the
get a top 10 pick?
Or do you want to get another top 5
I
pick like you
mean,
did when you got Jaden
Get
Daniels?
a wide receiver, pair him up with Jaden.
I would love. I think I'd rather go defense and then second round wide receiver.
Sure.
Because the wide receivers, the talent doesn't fall that far off in the second round
Yeah.
versus a corner.
If you get, but would you take would you like a defensive lineman?
I would love a defensive. That's what I meant to say. Like if we get
Because
if
you
we
get a top 5 pick and you can get Ruben Bain.
Let me.
Ooh.
That's what I want. Let me tell you who we play for the rest of the
Ruben Bain
season.
be crazy.
I think we might win one game for the rest of the season.
Okay,
We play the Broncos next week in 2 weeks.
that's a Sunday night game, right?
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to go to that game.
That should be fun.
Yeah. The Vikings, which is hit or miss.
That you can
Yeah.
win that game.
That's what
you
I'm
can
saying.
win that game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Giants.
Definitely can win that game.
There's like 2 games
Yeah.
that maybe
Yeah.
the Eagles,
Okay. Yeah.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
Eagles.
I mean, you might be able to pull off the Cowboys.
You could, but that's
We
on,
weren't
that's
able
on-
to beat them
that's on
without with
Netflix.
Jaden Daniels.
That's on Netflix and on Christmas Day.
I'm not watching
That's
that.
gonna be fun.
I'm not getting. I'm not spending my money on Netflix just to watch that game.
It's football.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, it's only on Netflix.
It's only on Netflix that day, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm watching NBA.
And then from the Dolphins' perspective, could the Dolphins potentially make a run?
No,
Potentially,
no.
I don't
because they
think
are
so.
4-7. I'm not saying it's not out of the realm of possibility, but like,
They'd be like the Bengals. They basically have to run the table.
yeah.
I don't see that
Let's see who
happening.
they got. The Saints and the Jets back to back.
I think the Jets will beat them.
You got the Saints and the Jets back to back, and then they play us, and then they play Cincy, Tampa Bay, New England.
It's tough.
They'll win 2 games. I think
So
they're only winning
They
2.
might
of those.
win their
they
next
could beat
2
Cincy.
and then lose the
They
rest.
could beat Cincy. Even though I say that Joe Burrow is going to
I
be
don't.
back.
Joe Burrow is going to
Yeah,
be back.
no.
So no, like, let's go through this.
Never mind.
Joe Burrow's going to be back,
Never
and their
mind.
defense can't stop Swiss cheese.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Joe
That's what- I don't know
Burrow's
what I'm saying
back.
with that, but like
You're right. You're right.
They probably could score some points on their defense, but like
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop Jamar Chase and T Higgins.
I think it'll just be interesting to see what they do as we go on, because they've won 2 in a row. They beat the Bills and they beat the Commanders. So like they are making a run. It's not a crazy run, but it's a run.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's something to watch as we go forward.
but as a
the rest of the season.
fan, do you think like their fans want them to win? Because like they know they're probably
Well,
like
they
a
know they're
90% chance to not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, you probably just want the highest draft pick you can get.
Honestly.
So as a fan, if I was the Dolphins fan, I'd be like, I don't want them to win.
Yeah.
I want to get one of the best players in the draft.
I guess it's just interesting to see like how they go on moving forward with this, because if the Dolphins just keep winning, I mean, because like I said, it's the Saints and the Jets. If they win those games, they'll be 6-7. So, yeah, I knew it. As soon
Sorry,
as I
you
said
set me up for
God,
that.
I was waiting.
That was a lob and a dunk.
yeah, that was horrible. I was
From
on
the
me. All right.
rafters.
pushing 30 by the way.
Okay, fraudulent behavior.
My
over here.
prime LeBron.
Speaking of fraudulent behavior, let's go to fraud or for real, please. Let's just move on.
Great transition.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, now it's time for Fraud or For Real, where we give our biggest winner and biggest loser from week 11.
So far,
Does
at least.
anyone want to go first? Obviously, we don't have the last 2 games, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Or you could try to predict the future.
I don't want to predict the future. Biggest one is the Broncos. Broncos, they showed us that.
Not the Rams.
Huh?
I don't know why I'm not saying. I'm
It's
just going
another
to say
pick.
that
You
for
could
myself.
make that
That's
pick
what I'm
if
going to
you
say.
would like. I don't have an argument with it. I just think if you're looking from the Broncos' perspective, like they knew the Chiefs was going to be a tough matchup. Yes, objectively, Bo Nix didn't have a great game, but as they got further on into that game, fourth quarter, as they do, come in clutch, get those yards that they need, and then their kicker adds the field goal and win the game. So like the Broncos really did show me that like they still can win these tough games, and this was a tough game. And so now they pretty much are in the driver's seat of the AFC West. Like they have to just fumble the bag at this point to lose it. And then I think the biggest loser, probably the Falcons again. From what we keep saying about the Falcons, I think if there's any team this year that was like had high expectations and became fraudulent, it is the Atlanta Falcons. Because all the expectations we had about Michael Penix taking his second-year leap, Drake London now having to prove he's a wide receiver one, which he is wide receiver one, but like having those numbers to back it up, and then getting Jalen Walker and what was the other guy's name, James Pierce Jr. In the draft, and making that defense be really a top solid defense, and it has been underwhelming these past couple weeks, and now you're 3-7, and now you're pretty much like kicking yourself like out of the race for the playoffs at this point. From what we saw them being like a top team going to be in the AFC going into the playoffs, is now a team that we're going to see like maybe have a top 10 pick, depending on how the season goes. So
True.
I'm going to just say mine since I already said just the Rams basically. I mean, it was basically the game for the division, if you look at it. Just
very true.
Division lead.
Yeah, just whoever's going to take home number one seed. And looking at the playoff picture, let's see, where are they? The NFC, the Rams are number one in the NFC right now. And the Seahawks dropped all the way down to the fifth spot. So
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. 'Cause
I still think either way, those two
Best
teams are
second place
those
team.
two teams are gonna be very nasty going into the playoffs for sure. But actually, now they're number one,
the
Yeah.
Rams?
a number one overall.
that's what I just said.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
What are they? They're 8-2?
8-2, yeah. Which I mean, if the Eagles beat the Lions tonight, they're probably gonna be first two. But who knows? It depends.
I mean, unless
I don't know about
unless the Lions
tiebreakers, but
unless the Lions beat the Eagles.
unless the Lions beat the Eagles,
Which is very possible
It
with
is
how the Lions
it's
have been
very
acting up.
possible. It's very, very possible. So that's
We'll find out in 6 minutes when the game starts.
exactly.
we'll see what happens.
Who was your biggest loser then?
Looking so far, I'm going to say the biggest loser. It's hard. There's a few teams.
There's another one we didn't mention.
I'm going to say the Chargers.
Yep, that was the one I was thinking in
Yeah,
my head.
it's like
There you go.
I'm looking at these guys. It's like everyone else was like, did we really expect them to win? Not really. It just they did what they either played better than they expected, or that's basically the only team that massively underperformed and desperately needed a win in order to stay
Yeah.
in the playoffs. I think looking at the
Also
standings,
just sucks that Justin Herbert led in.
they're right now sixth in
rushing.
sixth in the AFC.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're only a game up on the Jags.
and they're only 2 behind the 8th and 9th seed are tied right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But actually, 8th, 9th, and 10th seed. This
Yeah,
has not
they're
been
all
updated
tied.
since the Ravens.
Yeah, they're all 5-5.
Yeah, they're all 5-5.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I didn't think
Even-
the. I
even
didn't
though
think
the
the.
I don't even think the Texans. I don't know the Texans. I don't know. Texans are fraudulent in my opinion.
I
at
think
this
so.
point. Like that's the definition of a fraudulent team. But
Good defense, but
good defense, but offense needs work.
Their offensive line needs work.
There we go.
Because,
that's better.
and also, you got to
Offensive
remember,
line and running backs.
they don't have
Not
their
saying nothing against Woody Marks, but he needs.
they also don't have their quarterback, and they also don't have the running back one.
Yeah. 'cause
He's not played at all this year.
nothing
Yeah, Joe
against Woody
Mixon.
Marks, but Woody Marks is not.
He's their third
He's
string
not
running
there
back.
yet.
I just don't think
Not
he's
there yet.
like a starting level
Yeah.
running back.
I don't know why they haven't given more touches to Chubb though. He's had great games. Like he's played well when he gets touches.
I guess they've just seen a lot more from Woody Marks, and also Nick Chubb is just older. Old running backs don't do.
he's
well.
not that old. I mean,
I don't know.
He's like
He's
27?
old. He's old with 2 messed up knees.
well, the same messed
That
up
will do
knee.
a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the one knee.
Just multiple times.
He's multiple times the same knee, so like it's very hard.
I
He's
don't-
not the same Nick Chubb that we know
I mean,
him to be.
Give him a shot. Look what happened to Chris McCaffrey. He's also got messed up legs. They just still let him run.
I mean, it's just because I don't
McCaffrey,
think
Nick
they.
Chubb are 2 very different styles of running you're getting from that.
Well, no, that and it's like the offensive line. Like with that offensive line,
you can't really.
you're
do
not
much
going to
from that
see the
either.
Nick
Yeah.
Chubb that we were used to.
No.
But yeah,
And also,
Yeah.
this is just all without Joe Mixon, so it's just, you know.
that's what I'm saying. Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
All right. My biggest winner was probably
Go ahead, say your team.
no. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna
I
probably.
could have said mine. I would have wanted to say mine, but I can't.
I'll probably say the Jags, but I think it's the Jags just because nobody expected them. I don't think really.
No, we all picked the Chargers.
I don't
to
think
win.
many
Yeah.
people expected them to go and beat the Chargers that badly. They might not, they probably, I mean, they had a shot, but like they dominated this game.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna say the Jags. It was a very impressive win for them, and against a very quality opponent.
And your biggest loser, or your fraudulent
My
team.
biggest loser, probably the Chiefs. I'm gonna say the
I
Chiefs
respect that.
because
I respect that answer.
like I personally, I just feel like I don't think I don't think that magic is there anymore. I don't see it. I don't see them being like I don't see them consistently enough, or them playing well consistently enough. And they're 5-5. They're 3 games back of the Broncos in the division.
Let's see,
They're-
what's
they-
the Chiefs' schedule look like?
It's gonna be tough to make a wild card this year, and I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. Like it's just
so the
like
Chiefs schedule. They got the Colts next week, and they got Dallas. I think that's Thanksgiving Day, I believe. And then Houston Chargers, Tennessee, Denver Raiders.
I did say, like you guys have been saying, it's possible for the Broncos to take the division. I will still say my statement still remains to be true about what I had to say. I was always saying how if you want to, like saying it without playing them, you can't really say it until they play them, and you have to go through the person who right now who at the time owned the division, which was the Chiefs. And they did. They went in and they did win. It wasn't a great game for either one of them, but like they won. So that's really all that matters. Who gives a crap how well they play from a perspective of the end total of the game? You won.
yeah, I think it's
That's
like,
the next
They're
week's.
still gonna.
That's the
They're
next
still
week's.
gonna say they're gonna be like Bo Nix still didn't play a good game.
But
Bo
it's still,
Nix
like,
is still fraudulent.
it's
The
the next
Broncos is
week's
still
decision.
an team. So it's just like
and they're still gonna always kiss the butts of the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's
we
like-
all
No,
know
that's
what's
just Chris
gonna happen.
Collinsworth.
We all know, and Nick Wright. We're always gonna. They're always the media's always gonna do that. So like,
that's crazy.
I'm just gonna say this right now that I think the Chiefs are a very fraudulent team right now. I don't see
I'll say
it.
they'll still make there is a chance they could make. Like I said, with the schedule I just said, they could make.
Yeah, can they make the
They
playoffs?
could run the table and still make a playoff run. Absolutely.
But in the playoffs,
they're not.
I-
They're not the Chiefs team that we're like, ooh, I'm scared to play.
I'm going to
be
say
fair,
this. They have a very high chance of losing in the wild card round.
I'm also gonna say another thing about the
Ooh,
Chiefs.
That's a hot take.
That's a what?
Is
hot
it?
take.
That's a hot take.
Just one thing about the
Is
Chiefs that
it?
you forget. They're not the same team in the playoffs
It's
as they
also
are in the
not
regular
very
season.
good. I mean, because if the Chiefs played us,
They do really different things that they do in the
And I'm
playoffs.
not
Depends on
even,
who they
and I'm
play,
not even,
yes.
I'm not even saying the Steelers can't do it, but it's just we are not like a top team in the AFC.
No, but
Say if they play any.
Now, if they played the Patriots or the Colts, we're having a conversation.
no, like I said, can they
Yeah.
lose in the first
it's
round
weird.
of the
It's
wild
like,
card?
It feels like this is like the first year
Yes.
that the South is not like a bye week
No.
for a team.
If they played the Colts, they could get destroyed.
They
Jonathan
could.
Taylor
It's
could
been a
run all
while
over.
since the
Jonathan
South
Taylor
has
could
not
run
been a
all over
bye
that
week.
defense. He could potentially.
all I'm saying is I do think they're a fraudulent team, but they can lose in the first round. It depends on who they play, yes.
Mhm.
But can they? Absolutely, in my opinion.
Oh, by the way, something came out about Rodgers.
God.
He is a fracture in his left wrist.
Okay.
So-
does it say how long?
No, but there's two things I'm going to say about that. It's Aaron
This is not
Rodgers.
his throwing hand.
It's not his throwing hand.
True. He'll probably just be in next week.
He could have a brace on that thing, and
Still
cast
chuck
it
the
up.
football.
he could have a brace on it and something else, like
That would be
some
tough.
medication.
Yeah.
If you cast, but because you're a quarterback and you have to like
I mean, I'm
catch the
just
snaps. And,
if it has to be Rudolph, it is
It's
what it
possible.
is.
I'm saying it's not impossible for him to come out and play.
I'm just saying if it is Rudolph that has to play that game, it is what it is. I'm not dying on that hill. So, but yeah.
all right,
Anything else?
no, we're gonna go
Bible?
panic. But
Oh, Panic Button. Ooh, okay. Let's
Really?
do Panic.
We'll do that
Real
quick.
quick. We can do
now
Panic
it's time for the panic button. We're gonna give you a team we think should panic through 11 weeks of the season and give you on a scale of 1 to 10
Our team that we say are this year are cooked.
where they should panic or how much they should panic. I should say.
We're all
Do-
picking one.
Yes.
Do you have a team? Because I think I might have one.
Go ahead, Mike. Go first.
Yeah, go.
The Green Bay Packers
Oh,
had a bad game today,
that
and
is
then
interesting.
they had injuries, which who knows if they're going to reoccur with Jordan Love, and Josh Jacobs went out.
Very true.
That is not good when, especially now that you are in third place in the division.
Bears are above you.
The Bears are number 1 in the division.
That's sad.
The Bears
Are they?
Yeah, they're
As of
number
right
1
now,
right now.
until Detroit plays
the
their game.
Lions have not played yet,
Oh yeah.
but at the
That's
moment
interesting. That's very, very interesting.
What's on 1 to 10? What's the should panic?
I'm gonna say a 6.
Okay.
I agree.
I think I'm probably gonna go. LA. The Chargers. Sorry. I think.
Yeah, you gotta clarify.
Yeah, sorry, because
The Rams are fine.
Rams are fine. There's no panic button. Chargers, on the other hand, I think it's from what I said a couple weeks ago. I think losing your 2 best tackles, it was a dang issue in this game. Not against the Steelers, but this game specifically. Like Justin Herbert couldn't get the ball out as much as he wanted to. Not having, I mean, the thing is, Omarion Hampton is going to be able to come back. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I think he's on IR for 4 weeks. He's been on IR for about.
He's been on IR for a while.
Yeah, he's been on IR for a while. But
It's a minimum of 4.
a minimum of 4. So we'll see. They could have their rookie running back back on the field, which will definitely help the run game tremendously. But if you're looking at it from like a schedule thing, like they got the Raiders they have a bye. Thank goodness. They need the bye week. Thank goodness. Then they got the Raiders, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, Houston, Denver. Minus the Raiders, those are all the very tough games. So that's games that they're going to have to like be on it if they want to have a chance to make it. And I don't know with the offensive line they have right now they can do that. So right now, I think they're at 8. Like I'd be very concerned if I'm a Chargers fan because if more games like this happen, they could be on the outside looking in January for sure.
Yeah. All right, my panic team is the Seahawks, and I'm gonna say
That is very interesting. Wow,
it's
I would love to
on.
hear your talk.
I'll say the scale now. It's like a 3, and I only say the Seahawks because
I mean,
it's really more. This is kind of more just like a little bit of an overreaction type
Sam Darnold
thing.
did throw 3.
But he
picks,
threw
so-
Sam Darnold threw 4 picks.
I was gonna say it's 4. That's
4 picks
way
is a
worse.
lot. You haven't seen that
Their
since
defense
I'm
played
Seeing
pretty
Ghost.
well,
You
but
remember that game? Remember
Like-
that I'm Seeing Ghost game?
yeah.
That was.
Their
That was a
their defense played pretty well,
I've
but
seen Jameis Winston out there.
the offense
Ugh.
did not look good. And Darnold threw 4 picks, so we kind of saw the Darnold from the last 2 games last year, and then obviously the other pass he has. But yeah, it's just a 3, but it's just based off of this week. So
I think when you look at the Seahawks, I think they could definitely bounce back. I mean, they have the Titans next week. That is a bounce back game for the ages for the Seahawks.
Like I
just
said,
think
it's
they
overreaction
Yeah,
type
they just
thing.
met a team
But-
who had a better game, and I think it's just something that Darnold really has to just like know that like he's been skating on a four win week. Like he beat the Jags, Houston, Commanders, and Arizona, all very handsomely, mind you. So he hasn't really had to do much. This game he had to do much because the Rams defense isn't a slouch, and so because of that, there's a lot that he has to account for. But I mean, if you look at the rest of their schedule, there's a lot of games on here they could potentially he's gonna have to do more to get them to win those games, because they're gonna have to see the Rams again in December. Like that's that they have to see them again, and then San Fran is their last game of the year, and so you have to play those games well if you want to win out and win the playoff spot.
Yeah. We did talk about Mark Andrews, and I just saw something else that just happened today. Bobby Wagner just had his 14th consecutive season with 100 tackles.
Shout out, Bobby.
He just tied the number one for most amount. He's just tied for first for most seasons with another Redskin, London Fletcher.
It's a legend.
Yeah, we got two of those guys now.
Legend.
Great
player. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
But shout out Bobby, man. Bobby's just
consistent.
He's that guy. He's a very consistent.
2-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, can't be mad about that.
No,
all right.
That's an impressive thing to do.
100 tackles is
consistency.
You got to be healthy.
100 tackles.
To get 100 tackles.
Yeah.
This episode is presented to you by Dubby. Energized without the crash. Get clean, jitter-free energy with Dubby Energy. No sugar, no calories, no artificial dyes. Use code THETRIPLETHREAT, all caps, for a special deal at checkout. Power up with Dubby Energy today.
What's up? And then shout out Whole Strength. Wear your faith with purpose. At Whole Strength, we're more than just clothing. We're on a mission to spread the gospel through what we wear, through faith-driven design, building a community of believers, and representing your belief with pride. Use code TRIPLE10 for an exclusive discount. Join the movement and wear your strength in Christ with Whole Strength. Bible time?
Yeah.
Bible.
All right, now it's time for Bible verse of the video, which today's is Luke 7:39 to 30 or 36 to 39.
Get it right, Bucko.
Anyway, that is so Luke 7:36 to 39 is when one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him. He went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. A woman in that town who lived a sinful life learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, so she came there with an alabaster jar of perfume. As she stood behind him at his feet weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears. Then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them, and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, "If this man were a prophet, he would know who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she is a sinner." So, that was basically the message that I heard at the church service I went to this morning. Mm-hmm. And the pastor basically talked about how, I wrote this down, acknowledging your sins and asking for forgiveness and acting like you have it all together. And basically acknowledge your sins and ask for forgiveness. Mm-hmm. And Jesus was basically saying that he sees that woman and how she basically was, she was basically repenting her sins and asking for forgiveness. And instead of Jesus being like, "Oh, she's a sinner, because she is a prostitute," mm-hmm. and saying like she's not holy, basically. And that's basically what the Pharisee was saying, was why are you acknowledging her, basically? Mm-hmm. And the whole message of what I heard was Jesus sees people. You see that a lot in the Bible, how he says he sees people. And how basically he wants you to acknowledge your sins and ask for acknowledgement of your sins and express repentance. And yeah, basically. So it was basically seeing people and not like basically casting that, like castaways and like people that are, I guess, like shunned, I guess, because they're sinners, and it's like we're all sinners. So like Jesus was saying, like, it doesn't matter if you're a sinner, if you acknowledge that you're a sinner and you ask for forgiveness, he sees you. Like, he sees everybody. So
Yeah.
that's basically what the message was.
Yeah, I think the difficulty about this verse is about that. I think what you said about us having to realize that we are sinful creatures, because
A lot of people don't like to.
no one
admit
likes
that.
no one likes to have their sins put on blast
Yeah.
ever, and like have people like judge them for the things that they did in the past, which a lot of those things in society wouldn't be deemed like worthy of being a friend or whatever. A lot of people would rather leave that stuff in the dark and never let those things ever come out to light, because that's the reality is that stuff just isn't what people want to hear and what people want to know about you. And like the skeletons in your closet type deal, if you get what I'm saying. But I think the one thing I took away from this verse is how interesting it is that it's customary back in those days, because I remember I do things, when I do these things, it's context. The context of it is the woman wiping Jesus' feet is something that really, it happens regularly back in those days, because when they're walking around, it's dusty, your feet get messed up, and so they wash their feet before they walk into a house. It's a sign of respect. And they only do that for people of high authority. So like Jesus being, let's all admit, a very popular person back then, and a lot of people were just like wanting to wash his feet. So this woman, knowing that Jesus was there, knew it was her opportunity to be like, I want to be forgiven for my past sins. And I think it's just the performance, and that's it sound weird, the performance of her cleaning Jesus' feet. It's just for her, wanting for her to be recognized that, like, Jesus, I'm here. I want to be forgiven. I know what I've done in the past was wrong, and I want you to see me as somebody who wants their sins to be wiped away. So it kind of just reminds me how humble I have to be in the face of Jesus, and like how to remind myself that, yeah, I'm not the same person that I was years ago, but at the same time, I need the gospel every single day. Like it's a constant like reminder that I'm still a sinful creature, and that Jesus didn't have to die for me, but he did. Yeah. And so like it's a reminder for me to just like always be grateful for what Jesus' sacrifice on the cross was for me, and what that means in my life is that I never have to live my life reminded of my sins, because Jesus already wiped those away. So I don't need to remind myself of that anymore. So
gotcha.
That's the biggest thing I would say out of that. I don't know. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful scripture. I think it's, I don't know. It's Luke. It's why I love the Gospels, because it's like Matthew, Mark, and John also talked about this part, but the way that Luke talks about it specifically, like he mentioned the name, I think it didn't mention in this version, but I know the name is, I think it's Simon the Pharisee, I think it's his name. So like it's just very interesting that he mentioned the name, while Matthew, Mark, and John didn't mention the name. So it's very interesting looking at those different books and seeing
I'm pretty sure that's how he always was with people. It's like he seemed to like names more than the rest.
Yeah, Luke loves like naming people.
It's like,
and John, like Matthew kept it very chronological, like this is what happened with Jesus when he was born, how he lived his life, how he died. Mark was a short version of Matthew. Luke had more details.
Just I guess he goes into their personalities more.
And then John really just had it like broad and out and like the big picture stuff. So it's like,
makes sense.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see that from those four perspectives. But yeah, good verse, buddy.
Thanks.
Good verse.
That was also the other thing you mentioned, how like about like when you were talking about the past.
Yeah.
And like people's past and stuff. When it comes to like the woman in the story. So
It's
forgot to
very-
throw that in there, but
yeah, it's
that
very
he did say that.
past bringing up past trauma and past things, like, it's never easy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Especially as a Christian, knowing that, like, that people know, like, that's why testimonies, one of the most difficult things for me to do. Not that because I don't
Yeah.
want people to know about what I did before I became a Christian, but more like I don't know what they're gonna perceve of me now because of the things
Yeah,
that I said.
it's hard to
So-
like admit those
I don't think I
things
know
in
yours,
a
but-
public setting.
No, I told you my testimony. You've known me for a long
I don't
time.
remember.
I've
It's
said
been,
it at
it's
one
been a
life.
minute.
Yeah, I
It's
said it
been
at
a-
One Life, and I've definitely said it at LPC for sure. I don't know if I told you though.
No.
No, I was gonna say yeah. That makes more sense.
He probably I figured he would probably know.
Yeah,
Because you guys
that's
did
interesting.
One Life together.
We'll have to have a testimony night one of these
Okay.
days. That'd be interesting.
I'm down.
But yeah, I also think, and one more thing, because I don't want to keep this long. We can cut this out
Yeah.
if we need to. But I think the biggest thing is that we need to be okay with giving our testimonies, because yeah, it's difficult to bring that stuff up, but it might be a way for somebody else who's struggling with that to be like, oh, this person was struggling with that, but now because of God and because of his relationship with Jesus, now he's not having to deal with that anymore. So someone might need to hear your testimony for someone to realize I can overcome this.
Yeah,
with
and it's
Jesus.
a way of like
So,
letting go of your
Yeah.
past and like being free with like the like that Jesus, like, because Jesus is in your heart and you're following Jesus now.
Yeah.
That it's just that freeing type thing.
I also think the biggest thing is just like it's there's a verse in the Bible that says you keep everything in the dark, it's gonna like hurt you inside, but when you speak the truth, it sets free. And so it's just like when you tell everybody, like when you put your sins out there for people to hear, then it's not a secret. And so
Yeah.
like secrets are easier to hide, but like
Yeah.
now that it's out in the open, you can't hide it. But yeah. Anyway, that is the pod for week 11. Guys, leave your questions and suggestions down in the comments. We want to talk to y'all, hear from us about different things. We're talking about sports or Bible or anything. Talk to us. We have our DMs and our socials as well, and our email, which is triplethreat334@gmail.com, I believe.
332.
332, my bad. With 2 P's and triple. So if you want to talk to us on there. And then also check out our previous videos for other NFL content. We did our pick'em video last week, picking our game. So if you want to catch that, that was a fun video to put out. So if you want to watch that video,
It's always
on
fun
there.
to do picks.
It's on YouTube. And yeah, like he's gonna say, like, comment, subscribe, all those things.
Yeah.
So you
Do
can
it.
see when the next
Do
video drops. Mike, do you have anything else?
Nope.
Jake, do you have anything else?
Nope.
I have nothing else. Hit us with the outro, brother.
That's going to wrap up this video of the Triple Threat Podcast. Make sure you go check out our channel. We appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we drop videos. We will see you guys next episode. God bless y'all. Peace.